A special thanks to Silverstone for sponsoring sff.network's Computex 2019 coverage. Check out their small form factor range in the link in the video description. Speaking of Silverstone, we had a sneak peek at a couple of new prototypes from Silverstone. One is a modular, very small ITX case, with a couple of modules that can raise the internal height. Also, this micro ATX case. Both of these are very much designed for system integrators. However, they do offer some more options for system builders such as ourselves. These are early prototypes, there are no names, but they are very small and very interesting, I would say. Also some more information on the 1 kilowatt Silverstone SFXL power supply. At 969 watts per litre, Silverstone has said that they want to hit the 1000 watt per litre on their next generation power supply. We're not sure who the OEM for the power supply is at this point. We believe maybe Enhance. However, 1 kilowatt SFXL is still a very, very interesting product, and at 1 kilowatt, this power supply should provide some interesting builds in cases like the Cerberus, where you can fit multiple graphics cards. Also on display, these what are now known as low profile DIMMs. However, these hold an interesting secret. They're actually very low profile DIMMs inside the heat spreaders. So there is one which is just a plain heat spreader. The black one, however, has an RGB strip at the top. These are still prototypes, but they will be hitting the market probably in a couple of months. Healthful is a brand that is very much based in mainland China, so we're going to try and convince them to bring this product to the Western market. Over at the Zotac booth, the Magnus workstations were on display, these two variants. Quite powerful little units, this one especially using a desktop graphics card. The guts of Zotac's Mech 1 were on display, still not sure who the OEM of this particular motherboard is. Very impressive with this one, the Mech Mini inside another case from the BS Mods team. The Mech Mini is also available in various colours including pink, bright green and a very dark red. The Zotac Backpack VR PC was on display again, with the usual demo system set up. Zotac's graphics card range was also on display, including the new low-profile dual-slot 1650. At the FSP booth, this 250 watt Flex ATX power supply, as well as the Dagger Pro power supply were on display. Interestingly though, a higher wattage server grade Flex ATX modular power supply was on display. I hope they modify that to fit the consumer market. BioStar's display was interesting, including these two PIO boards. Glad to see that form factor is still going. A few embedded systems were also on display. Lian Li's TU150 refresh was on display as well, including the new redesigned handle at the top. The handle itself is very satisfying to use and very robust feeling. Up to Iwill next with this Flex ATX and Mini ITX motherboard based NAS. These things were on display as well. I'm not sure how I feel about Iwill's showcase product this year. At ID Cooling, the usual suspects are on display, including these black coated low profile heatsinks. And this really interesting closed loop quad 80mm cooler that I'm going to want to have a look at. Sigmatech had the usuals on display, nothing really new here. Over at the Team Group display we had the usual RGB on display, including this SSD with a mirrored finish, however this one does light up as you'll see now. It may look like an LCD, but this is just an LED panel. Some more RGB memory. The effect in the system of this particular addressable RGB LEDs is actually quite cool. These M.2 heatsinks you can put your water cooling fluid in. It's not part of the loop, however convection cooling does help cool the M.2 drive. So thanks again to Silverstone for sponsoring our coverage of Computex 2019. I'll see you in the next video.